The race is on. I'm Nick Williams reporting for the Sons of UCF inside the Nicholson Fieldhouse after Tuesday's spring practice. UCF's running back roster is deep, with familiar faces and new ones. UCF running backs head coach Jimmy Beal got to speak on an acronym he uses for development called TBD. And for him, it means more than just to be determined.
Yeah, it's a trust, brotherhood, determination. You know what I mean? But also you can see to be determined. You know what I mean? They start with trust. Our guys, I mean, we have to believe from the first guy to the second guy to the third guy that guy is able to be a guy in the program that's going to make a play. I tell my guys to go hard every single play, and they need to have that trust that their brother is going to be able to come in the next play and do whatever he has to do. And we determine not to fail.
Having a well-rounded running backs room is not only important for UCF running backs coach Jimmy Beal, but also for the Knights head coach Scott Frost.
You know, they're able to do it all right now. And that's the cool thing about Coach Frost's offense is we ask the running back to do it all: pass block, receive, run the ball. You know what I mean? And I think those guys definitely match what he wants.
UCF running back Myles Montgomery is a player that likes to keep his teammates motivated. Montgomery says there's no one better to learn from than Coach Beal.
I love working with Coach Beal, man. He's, like I said before, he's a great teacher. Like I was telling guys, like, we learn the offense so fast. Sometimes we're install ahead of people, right? And it's just, I like that about him. You know, not too many times you get around people who are just great, like good teachers. You know what I mean? Of the game, really. So, yeah.
Western Michigan transfer and redshirt senior running back Jaden Nixon has been putting in the work this offseason, and he wishes he had more time with his coaching staff. He says they're building something special.
I wish I had more years under him. I can't lie. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, under Coach Frost, Coach Coop, this whole coaching staff, like, I just feel like something special is going to happen here.
The liveliness in this coaching staff can be seen by Coach Beal's determination to race his running back room by the end of spring. His players believe that this could be a safety hazard for their coach.
Yeah. I think those guys are fast. I always like to say I'm a little faster still. But, you know what I mean? I said we might have to race at the end of the spring, but those guys are doing a great job of just kind of holding true to that and playing fast through the whistle and at every play they can.
Coach Beal swears a guy that if he gets too much of training, he's going to run a 4.6. First of all, that's not good enough to be anybody in the room. Secondly, I don't think that'll be smart for his health. He might pull something. I don't know.
You talking about racing?
Yeah.
Man, tell him you better warm up. He might pull something. You know what I mean?
One trait his players will need to beat him at is effort, a standard that Coach Beal says is non-negotiable.
Effort. You know what I mean? You got to give them 100% effort. You know what I mean? And you can't coach effort. You know what I mean? Something with effort is in you. And I think those guys in the running back room right now are trying to have that extreme effort, that extreme talent to just be able to do whatever is needed of them.
The effort that the running backs are putting in during the spring will pay off dividends going into the fall. For the Sons of UCF, I'm Nick Williams.
Whether it's touches, speed, or even jeopardy, competition is the leading factor for all UCF running backs. Andrew Cherico here in the Nicholson Fieldhouse for the Sons of UCF. After a Thursday media availability, senior running backs Myles Montgomery and Jaden Nixon say everyone is feeding off of each other.
In this offense, we go pretty fast, and our coaches expect us to give 100% effort. So, he probably already told you, everybody. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to get used at some point, right? It may not be a handoff. You might just have to block real quick, right? But everyone's going to get used just by the nature of the way we play the game.
But I know we all going to get out there and compete. Y'all should have seen us in there playing Jeopardy the other day. Like, it was teams of two, and we all, like, we going back and forth. No, you said this, he said that. Like, it's going to get competitive out there.
Again, he talked about how he wants us all to go hard every single time, and you have to trust that the guy behind you, is going to be all right. A little freshman behind you, he's going to be all right. You don't want to have to worry about, oh, man, I got to hurry up, get back in. Nah, take a breath. He got it.
I feel like we can all, like, just goof around and be us. Like, we all know that we're similar, but we all just have that little difference. We all have that little difference in us that makes us all that special. Like, I don't know what it is about this group, but I just love being around these guys. You mess up, you make a mistake, you get down a little bit, those guys are right there to pick you back up. They're joking around with you, you know what I'm saying, as if nothing happened. They talking to you about the next play as if, nothing happened. But, like, we all close, we all hang around, get on each other, joke around. I think we threw AG in a little hoop, the little mini hoop in there. In the locker room. So
The end of spring camp is just around the corner, but fans will be able to see this team one last time in person this spring for the final open practice, starting Friday, April 11th at 6 p.m. inside the Bounce House. And with your spring camp report, I'm Andrew Cherico for the Sons of UCF.